see Toronto from here. That's where my soul still lives after I blew up at 36K. Redemption coming.
Do you wear the jacket? Do you not wear the jacket? They say be bold, start cold.
Precision, best gel. Taste, texture, tearability, grams of carbs, the best.
What's up guys, welcome back to the vlog, and today I am going to take you on a long run. It has been a minute since I've vlogged any workout, but I got a 17K long run on the docket today. I'm 2 weeks out from a race, 2 weeks. I know I haven't been talking about racing, but if you checked out my last video, I dropped all the things that I am going to be doing in 2025, and the first thing that's coming up is a half marathon where I'm pacing my brother and my good friend Matt to some PRs. Hopefully I'm able to run as fast as they can so that I can set a PR for them, and that's what we're gonna find out today. But before we dive into it, I'm gonna go through some fueling, get ready, and then we'll go and try to run fast. Let's get some fuel. All right, so we got about 17K, so I'm gonna fuel a little bit. Partially because I want to get back into the process of fueling and get my stomach used to it. Usually anywhere over 90 minutes when I'm in like real marathon training, I'll fuel. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna pre-fuel a little bit. I'm gonna try the Scratch Labs high carb. I got a sample of this at the Sulphur Springs trail race that we were at, which if you guys didn't check out my recent video talking about that, you should definitely check it out. You should head over to the Movement channel. We've been documenting a series on my business partner Will building up to run his first 50K. So if you're looking to run a 50K, that's a good series for you. But I'm gonna try this high carb out today. See how that goes. This is gonna be 50 grams of carbs and about 200 calories. So I'm gonna take that right now as like a pre-fuel. And then all I'm gonna do in the run, 17K, is I'm gonna take one Precision 30 gram carb gel, probably 45 minutes into the run. Typically when I'm training for like a marathon and doing like really big efforts, I'm probably taking a gel almost every 20 minutes. Like I aim to get 90 grams of carbs an hour, but I haven't, one, I'm not running that long today, and two, I haven't really been fueling. Like I haven't taken a gel since October. So we're gonna see how that feels on the stomach. The workout probably would take me around 90 minutes, maybe a little bit less. We're gonna do 17K with some intervals, but I'm gonna fuel up a little bit and then keep on moving. It's actually so fun to, I was thinking about this last night. I was getting excited to pre-fuel. It's like, it's just, if you guys have ever, you know, prepared for a big long run in your workout, or sorry, a big long run workout in your marathon prep, it's like getting ready, the fuel before, all that stuff is so fun. So I was super excited to be able to do that today because I have not done this in a really long time. So I'm excited to fuel. I'm excited to try to run somewhat fast, go somewhat far, and bring you guys along. All right, so we got the fuel in. I'm gonna actually pull up Coros right now and tell you what we're actually doing today. So it's going to be 17K total. We're going to do 1K warm up. Then we're going to do 3 sets of 4 by 1Ks. So we'll do 4K at about 4:30, 4:45 pace with 1K rest. So that'll be 3 total sets and then a 1K cool down. That's going to total for 17 kilometers. The funny thing is, and I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, if you haven't been running for a while, and I haven't been really running, this is the first time where I'm really going to try and, you know, push myself, I guess, so to speak, on a long run. I put on tights today, and I'm going to be rocking just the tights, and I feel at home in these bad boys. It makes me feel and think back to marathon training leading into Toronto. So I'm excited. We got the Running Sucks t-shirt, even though running doesn't suck, but sometimes it does suck. Got the Movement hat. I'm feeling very much like I'm deep in the middle of a marathon prep, but I'm not. So I'm actually really excited about that. And I didn't talk about it before, but obviously we're crushing coffee. Actually, the other thing that excites me is the fact that I get to put on some fast shoes. So I posted this on my Instagram story the other day about how this shoe, the Saucony Pro 3, is one of my favorite, like, let's call it racing shoes, plated shoes, whatever you want to call it. I have 500 kilometers on these shoes, and I'm so sad that they're pretty much toast. I kind of want to wear them today just for fun, but I think I'm going to go with the New Balance Super Comp Elite V4s. They're another great shoe. I've worn these a lot on my marathon training block for Toronto. Great shoe. I did race in the A6 Meta Sky. I've literally only wore those shoes like one time. I'm not going to wear them today because they're going to probably be my racing shoe whenever I do race again. But if any of you are watching this and you have access to the Saucony Pro 3s, not the 4s, the 3s, hit me up because I will pay you for them because I love this shoe. Love it. All right, guys, we're going to head out. I'm going to go run this down at the waterfront. I made a last second decision to switch to, I just have to do it today. I'm just feeling it. So we're going to run in the Saucony Pro 3s. Let's go. I'm pumped. It is, I haven't looked at the temperature, but it's the perfect temperature today. So a lot of things on my side. We got good vibes. We got tights on for the first time since October. We got the Saucony Pro 3s. We got good weather. We got 17K long run at the waterfront. I'm just feeling good about today's run. All right, so I do want to share a little thought with you guys. I'm coming back from injury. I haven't documented a ton of that process, partially because it was a bit frustrating. But the lesson that I learned, and what's interesting about this is I help people overcome these injuries. And sometimes it's easier, honestly, to coach people through it than go through it yourself. But as someone who works with a lot of different people, but I work with a lot of endurance athletes, I think to go through this process myself is a good thing. It reminds me of what it's like from a mental standpoint to go through an injury, and how hard it is to shift your mindset from performance to rehab. And that's what I struggled with. And I think if you're going through an injury, that it's important to make this shift, because what I was doing is I had 1 foot in and 1 foot out of rehab and performance. I took time off, and then when I came back, I couldn't shift my brain from, okay, I'm training, I'm running, I'm doing these things for rehab, not for performance. And I would get too caught up in that, and I would end up running too quickly. I would end up building my volume up too fast. I wasn't realizing that, like, yo, you're not in marathon prep anymore. You aren't going out and running 22, 25K like it's nothing. You've been off for 6 weeks. You can't just go out and run a 15K 2 weeks after that and expect things not to have some type of response. And that's for someone who knows this stuff. Like, I know that I need to be gradual. I know all that. But from a mindset standpoint, it's really, really hard to make that shift. And that's why I talk about this a lot with my clients and, you know, on the movement Instagram page and all that kind of stuff. Is like, I truly think rehab, the hardest part is the mindset. And that is what I was struggling with the most. And once I accepted, like, okay, I need to rehab this and I need to shift my mindset to rehab, that's when I started making actual progress. And what I try to explain to my clients and what I finally got to myself is, you know, most of us as people who are pushing themselves, challenging themselves, want to get the most out of their training, trying to figure out what they're capable of, we're very dedicated. I'm very consistent. I can be consistent. I can be disciplined, all that stuff. When I'm trying to PR my marathon, what I needed to do and what I encourage people to do is, how do you shift that mindset of consistency and discipline to rehab? And the intensity in which I attack a marathon prep, I need to attack the rehab with that. Now, it's not as rewarding, it's not as fruitful, but if I attack it with that same mentality, that same discipline, that same consistency, I'm going to get better. I'm going to be able to get back to doing what I want to do. The hard part is shifting the mindset from performance to rehab. So I just want to share that with you guys, because like that is definitely something that we don't talk about enough, and it's something that I went through, and it reminded me of how hard it is. And so it gives me a little bit of empathy and a reminder of when I'm working with clients that sometimes this shift takes a little bit of time. And as a coach, it's my job to help guide them through that process. You know, be supportive, be challenging to make sure that they're realizing what they're doing, but also like have some empathy for the fact that like going through this process is actually really, really hard. So just want to share that with you guys before I get out there and get after it. And this is an example of the fact that you can get back to performing at the level that you want. Am I there 100%? No, but the fact that I'm able to go out for the 17K long run today, I'm so happy, because I finally made that shift, and now I have the opportunity to actually train for a bit of performance. All right, we made it. Now, this always becomes the question. It's a little chilly. It's not crazy, but a little bit. It's like, do you wear the jacket? Do you not wear the jacket? They say be bold, start cold. I'm gonna be running along the waterfront. It's gonna be a little windy. I hate this. I think we're gonna go no jacket. It's cold. I need to get started. We're gonna have some fun. It looks like there's a park run going on. I've never done a park run, but that might be on the list of things to do. But we're gonna get into it. 17K. See how she goes. Let's do it. All right, just wrapping up the warm up. Gonna get into the first interval. See what the legs got in them. Dipping, dodging, diving. All right, first interval down. I'm in the 1K recovery. Felt really good. We're in gel now. Stay ahead of it. 31 minutes in. Been a minute. Precision, by far, best gel. Taste, texture, tearability, grams of carbs, the best. All right, guys, set 2, done. I knew I was moving fast. The wind was definitely at my back. You probably can't even hear me on the set, but went good. Legs are getting a little fatigued, but overall feeling really good. I think I hit that at 428 average across 4. So we got one more 4K interval, then a cool down. This is gonna be tough. Fatigued, into the wind. Again, you probably can't hear any of this audio, but we're gonna go for it. Let's go. You can see Toronto from here. That's where my soul still lives after I blew up at 36K. Redemption coming. All right, workout portion done. That last 4K interval, tough into the wind, but held 429 across 4K.
super pumped with that. Whew, legs feel pretty good. A little sore, but overall good. I'm gonna do 2K cool down. The park run has begun, so I'm gonna get some really good cheers here for no good reason other than we're out to run. Had to dip out of that. That was crazy. Dude, the park runs, I never knew there was that many people doing the park runs, but it's good to see it. All right, run done, 17K in the books. 441 average. I think we nailed 430 across all 3 4K intervals. This isn't a park run. Apparently it's a 5K fundraiser, but it was fun to jump in and get cheered on. Super happy with how that workout went. Have not run that fast in a while, so we'll see how the legs feel tomorrow. We'll get back to the car, maybe do a little breakdown on paces. All right guys, let's break this run down. So pull up my trusty Coros. Also, follow me on Strava. I'm trying to become a Strava star. I post everything there. But looking at the first 2K interval, we did a 430 average. Second 4K interval, we did 428 average. Third 4K interval, we did a 429 average. The last interval and a half, which is the 4K, was into the wind, which was super challenging. But overall, I'm super stoked with this run. This was a big confidence boost for me. I haven't really run hard intervals like that for an extended period of time, really since the marathon and my injury. And so being able to do that and feel fit and actually hold myself back. There's times where I was probably hitting 415 and probably could have held on to that, but I held back just because I haven't really run that fast in a while. So really pleased with that. There's runs that go on in training blocks or in rehab that really bring you back around. I think this is one for me as I head into, training for some high rocks, looking at a marathon in November, a super big confidence booster. So stay tuned. Next weekend, I'll be running the Forest City Half Marathon, which is in London, Ontario, with the boys, my brother Connor, my best friend Matt, and we're gonna try to get them a PR. So I'm gonna record that. We've got a little vlog. We'll have a little YouTube vlog on that, see if the boys can do it. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping now that I'm getting back into some consistent training, we'll have some more vlog style videos. I'll also probably put out some training review videos and whatever else comes to my mind. So subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Instagram. I post a ton there. Make sure you follow me over on Strava, all that fun stuff. I hope you guys are getting after it. I hope you're having fun. And as always, I hope you're digging deep. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.